Daishinkan Palace. Goku and Broly begin their training alongside Beerus. Beerus, who helped Goku in the fight against Moro, the one who was the true creator of the Margin race. One who possessed a great level of skill and could absorb and swallow planets, the true devourer of worlds. Moro was defeated by Goku after managing to master his Ultra Instinct with the help of Beerus. Beerus appeared in front of Goku, showing off his apprentice angel skills. At that moment, Goku says, "Beerus, it's really good to see you here, to see that you're okay. I confess that I was very worried that you might lose your powers because you were involved in the battles against Moro. But now it seems that by law of the angels, you really will be able to engage in battles. The great priest must be thinking about something very big from now on, since he himself decided that you will fight." At that moment, Beerus watches and speaks.
"Well then, Mr. Goku, it seems that things are changing more and more. Threats always occur within these universes, and they make us question ourselves. Perhaps my father overlooked many of the things I said because in the past he had not agreed with me. The moment I said that maybe we should stop Moro, because of that, many things ended up happening. Can you understand? At that moment, we began to observe many things after your battle against Moro, and shortly after you fought Gas. Some of the breakdowns managed to be helped as everyone with them started making various wishes to the dragons of the Super Dragon Balls. These dragons are far more powerful than Shenron itself, especially the Super Shenron, that only its size is light years larger than this universe. We never get to question anything about the dragons, but soon enough they could still be a threat. Find out and be sure of it. If we are going to analyze the land and the Universe 7, our dragons are the weakest in the universe, Mr. Goku. We have the dragon from the planet of Granola, Porunga and Shenron. These dragons, according to the past, are kind dragons, but we still don't know what might happen when the ultimate dragon appears."
Goku starts watching and says, "What are you talking about, Sir Beerus? We already have enough problems with this war that is approaching. Does it mean that there are other beings connected to Shenron that could still become a threat in the past?" Beerus smiles and speaks.
"Sometimes they say a threat only becomes a real threat when we're not sure we're strong enough to fight it. We are not sure that we will be able to defeat them, but in the opposite case, we will manage to become more and more powerful and show more and more different abilities when we defeat different enemies. As we get stronger, our power starts to grow more and more."
At that moment, Goku begins to have great reflections and begins to remember all the enemies he has fought in the past. Goku starts to smile and speaks. "Then that's it. You can leave it to us, Mr. Beerus. We will get stronger each time. Regardless of the threat that appears, be it a dragon from the past or an enemy that was able to fight even with angels, we will overcome them and bring peace to our universes. You can leave it to us. Saiyans will show their true powers from now on." At that instant, Broly appears and speaks.
"Don't think that only you will get strong, Goku. I'm also here to show my true power."
Beerus smiles. Broly and Goku's training alongside Beerus begins. At that instant, in the unknown galaxy in the Angelic Palace, an angel's voice appears and says,
"It seems that my dear High Priest keeps getting involved in what is none of his business. I wasn't going to get involved in this until now, but since he decided to make his moves and ended up attacking the Destruction Cats to save Son Goku's skin, we will analyze all that is happening."
At that moment, Cypher appears in the Angelic Palace. Cypher says,
"Does Hora mean that finally your Majesty will want to do something about it? Does that mean that we can finally start moving our cards? The chessboard keeps getting more and more interesting. We can't let the pawns grow because sometimes, as it's a game, even a pawn can defeat the king or queen, isn't it, Mother?"
At that moment, the Supreme Angel says,
"In that case, it won't happen. In our game, there can only be one winner, and that winner will be our race."
the mother of angels finally appears. Cypher has a good connection with the Supreme Angel. Does she have more powers than the High Priest? Alright my partner, why don't you whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any videos and stay well connected to our entire universe of Z Warriors. Let's get back to it. Planet Earth. Gohan, Goten, Vegeta and Trunks were doing their second training. Gohan says, "It seems that after we trained in the Grand Priest's palace, our powers sure got much greater. I'm sure my dad will show even greater performance. It seems that even though we are Saiyans, each of us manages to develop a different transformation, very different from the past when everyone had the same transformation. So any of us can show a totally different transformation. Remember that in this war there are several enemies who will want to cause everything, and we have to realize that all those who fought in the Tournament of Power are preparing for battle. We cannot stay behind. A long time ago we depended a lot on my father and from Vegeta, and now we are all able to protect the Earth. But still, sometimes evil can be greatly feared. Let's believe that our powers are getting stronger." Gohan starts fighting Goten and Vegeta starts fighting Trunks. Goten and Trunks had gotten much more powerful, but still nobody knew what the boys' potential was. Gohan says, "It is very close to starting this war. On the one hand, I'm worried, but on the other hand, I feel happy knowing that a great battle is about to begin and we Saiyans are the warrior race." All universes had their warriors who were training and showing increasingly different skills. At that instant, time passed on Earth, directly at the Daishinkan Palace. Time passed in a totally different way while Broly and Goku were training for hours in the Grand Priest's Palace. On Earth and in the other universes, only minutes passed. Goku and Broly were exhausted from training with Beerus. Beerus says,
"It seems that the two of you have already managed to reach a new level. Its power of transformation surprises me more and more. Broly looks like his energy is getting bigger and bigger. Does that mean then that's the level of power you're going to show? Very good."
At that moment, we can see that the skills that are being shown by Goku are getting more and more intriguing. Days pass in the Daishinkan Palace.
"Looks like you really managed to get more powerful, Goku. So I think now is the time to have a serious fight."
At that instant, Goku says, "Beerus, thank you so much for all the training. I confess that I want to fight you even in a quieter moment. But now I really need a rematch with the Great Priest." Broly starts to smile and says,
"Knowing you, I'm sure you don't want the two of us to fight together, do you, Goku?"
Goku smiles and says, "Gohan and Vegeta grew more powerful by training here. I could not prepare for the Celestial War without a rematch against the one who is most powerful." Moments pass. The High Priest arrives again at his heavenly palace. The High Priest says,
"Well done, Goku. If that's what you want, you will have your last chance to fight me."
Goku smiles and speaks. "Pay close attention now, Great Priest." A great shudder begins to rise in the High Priest's palace. Broly and Beerus begin to be surprised. Broly smiles and says,
"You were hiding that power all this time, weren't you, Goku?"
Goku says, "This time I want to show my real power to you, Great Priest." The High Priest watches and speaks.
"Does that mean that you still have more Son Goku skills? As imagined from the mortal who stunned everyone in the Tournament of Power. Very good. Let's start."
The great shudder in the palace of the Great Priest occurs. To be continued. Alright partner, the vestments for the Heavenly War keep getting bigger. Goku is training alongside Broly. Goku has achieved a new transformation. What's going on with that? Regardless of what it is, it's more than important that you share your thoughts in the comments below so we can get into a crazy debate. Whack that like button and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any videos. That's all there is to it, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.